All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely, lovely early morning in which the Most High, a higher has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming this early morning because I'm going to drop short videos, and I'm hoping that many will be blessed by these videos. I want to let you know I am a prophetess in the wilderness, and yes, I have been appointed and anointed from the Most High, a higher, as a prophetess. And my whole purpose is to judge and to teach. Okay. I'm not to teach what man understand out of its understanding. The teaching in which I am charged to teach is that which is spirit and truth, which is totally different. Totally different. See, self have to submit to spirit, meaning flesh has to submit to spirit. Once the flesh submits to spirit, then the spirit of the Ruach HaKodesh would come in and he would abide in you, and your spirit abide in him, and he become bring us into one. One into who? Yeshua HaMashiach and the Father. And then there we are. Okay. So people don't understand how much greater they that rests within them. They really don't understand it. And you can't feel it, see it, or experience it until you believe it. Okay. So therefore, you yourself have to activate it by turning away from the understanding of the flesh, of your flesh, of man's flesh, of woman's flesh, and desire and thirst for the spirit of the Most High, Ahia, to teach you all things. Mhm. Be about what he said he's about. Let him be that and some in you. Even the power that comes from Hamashiach has not even activated in many people's life, has not been activated in many people's lives because they don't believe it exists. But once you receive Yeshua HaMashiach, see, HaMashiach is the Father's right hand, the part of the Father that came down with Yeshua. Okay, okay. Yeshua came down as the Son of Man, but the Father came down with the Father's power, his spirit, and his word came down as the Son of Yah. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, the two came down into one mission and did an perfect, excellent job. I salute them in the name of Ahia, Ahia. Okay. Um, and I will say that you too can rest in the midst of it. Is that going to stop you from sinning or seeing the wicked and evil that's before you? No, but it'll help you embrace it. And why would you want to embrace it? Because heavens release any and everything that you see on the earth. Before it can be, it has to come before he. He who, the I am, a higher, a higher. It has to come before him. Okay? So, Sister Deborah wants you to understand that you too can be in the midst. You could be the one that he has already sealed, but you would never feel it, see it, embrace it, care for it, desire or thirst for more of its information if your ear is turned to man and woman all the time. Hearing what man and woman. You can't be geared to just hearing what Sister Deborah say or somebody else say. You got to be listening to that quiet voice. My ex-husband came by here to so we can run some errands. And I told him that, see, I was about to walk out with this bill, and it kept saying in a very calm and quiet voice, Deborah, You got the wrong bill. And I kept saying, no, I don't. I'm talking about me in the inside saying, no, I don't. This is the right one. Do you all know that I did have the wrong bill? And I went to tell him, now see, he's taking me back to where it used to be. When he speaks to me, he comes to me in a quiet sound, a soft, quiet voice. And yes, I'm disobedient. So a lot of times he had to come to me 2 and 3 times. And don't think I don't feel bad about it. I do. And I keep asking him, why is it that I have to be so hardcore disobedient? Why? Why can't I know that's your voice. Why can't I take heed to it, Father Yah? Why? You see? So I'm no different than you are. I'm still learning. The difference between me and many others, that I deal with him every day, communing with me, talking to me. Okay? He teaches me. Why? Because I thirst for information. I thirst for spirit and truth. You see what I'm saying? I'm not just sitting in this day and time saying, well, he released everything from heaven. Everything's going to be the way he said it. And he's headed. No, I'm always thirsty for something to know. And let me tell you, he is so, so faithful. And when you thirst, he will give you that drink. See, we don't get to know him like that because we're so busy trying to know the mouth of a man, the mouth of a woman, trying to get to know their ways of their flesh, their fleshly wisdom, their fleshly knowledge, their fleshly understanding, along with their emotions and their feelings and their personal opinion. We get so caught up in that to where we don't even recognize that way something greater wants to rest therein and teach us from that level. You see? So it ain't just Sister Deborah. I know I ain't the only one out here. And I wouldn't tell you that I am. I know better. But I am not a dead prophet. I'm a living prophet. And I have been appointed and anointed for this day and this time. But the prophets of yesterday, I would guess they would say that theirs were heavy then. But I say unto them, this day can't compare to what they had to deal with back in their time, day and time. I'm saying that. I'm sure they said it in their day and time. So this message, I got to put it on time. How much time? Okay, now I only have about 15 more minutes. I ain't got no more time because I used up too much of my time talking before I got my little friend here, and it's going to set my time for me to limit my information or my message. So I'm going to tell you what he's given me today. So I want you to understand. This is not about a relationship with somebody on these devil platforms. This is not a relationship with Sister Deborah. This is not about a relationship with these loudmouth men and these loudmouth women. Okay? This is not a relationship with them nor I. Okay? Or either my loudmouth. This is about a relationship with my Father. Know where you stand with him. It's time to know whose side you are on. So you can walk there in all this chaos. You know, it's so much darkness in the land. You need the light. You need the light to shine on the darkness to prepare you for what you are actually walking therein. Because we are. We're walking in so much pitch darkness, we can't even behold it, and it's right on every side of us. It's in the back, the front, on every side. But we can't see it because the light that's in us, we have dimmed it so bad because we chose the idols on these platforms to be our teacher. And the ruach that's resting in us is sitting in us saying, come on now, it's time to know who you're going to choose. You're going to choose them or you're going to choose me. You're going to choose me. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's activate that which is in you. That's greater than that which is on the out of you. That means these platforms, Sister Deborah, all these men and women with our loud mouths. Yeah, we got loud mouth because we want to be heard. But the truth be told, us being heard, is it about us personal, about our feelings, about our personal opinion, about our emotion, about our flesh wisdom, our flesh knowledge, our flesh understanding? No. Sister Deborah come to tell you about the most high, a higher, a higher, a higher. Many call him Yahuwah. Many call him Yah. But see, don't think that Ahiah has given someone an order down here to really actually tell you what to say that's in your spirit. Why? Because heavens has already orchestrated what's in you before the foundation of the world. Do you all understand? Let me give you one key. Let me give you the major key. You can't come in through the door until you come in through Yeshua HaMashiach. People don't even understand that HaMashiach is the right hand power of the Father. That power has to usher the Son of Man, and his and the power has to take you to the throne of the Father. And it too all comes in you, and they reside in you. You see? So let me tell you the key to it. The lamb that slaughtered, the blood sacrifice, it wasn't that the earth set the pace. Heaven had already orchestrated. The lamb was slaughtered before it was slaughtered on the earth. Why? So you can be already in the Lamb book of life. And it's a past tense, present in the Lamb book of life. That's why Moses could say, take me out the book. And others said things about the book because they knew that heaven had already orchestrated the beginning to the end and anything in between. So if you marked in there, you marked in there before the foundation of the world. Let's go a little deeper. Revelation. When he said, put the seal on mine, told the angel to go down there and tell the four angels, don't touch the earth, don't touch the trees, the sea, until they have marked his in the forehead. They were already branded for the Father's name's sake. You see, when? Before the heaven and earth was created. We need to stop trying to get the glory that's due my Father. We need to stop trying to get the power and the authority and the honor that's due him. We as flesh ain't do nothing but a tail whooping. That's all we do. A real good tail whooping is what our flesh needs. We always going after trying to steal the glory, the power, the honor that's due the Father, the Creator. And that's unjust. That's unfair for us to be down here and be cutting up from the floor up, deceiving many. But don't think you didn't deceive them from when you got down here. Heavens has already seen your fleshly heart and your spiritual heart. You in another book. You see? So you ain't doing nothing to him. So when he tells Sister Deborah in the last year and a half, it's finished. Hey, it's finished, I said. It's finished, Father. If you said it, I believe it, and it is sealed in me. It's over. So all this monkeying around and clowning, let me tell you what he gave me to give you all today. I got 10 minutes to give it to you. As I was in the car, it was telling me about Deborah. Everyone that I sent on a mission, I didn't send them alone. Even the prophet had a prophet. Even the judge had a judge. Even the priest had a prophet that was a judge. So the Father is saying that when you are in this land of captivity, stop looking at these men and bowing down to their ways, their mindsets, their order, their self-centered belief, their pride, they boasting. Stop looking at them like an idol God, because that's what you're serving. You're serving an idol God. He said they are idols. They don't represent him, said Ahiah. They don't represent him. The Father wants me to let you know again. They don't represent him. And let me tell you why he said that. When they have a prophet, which is a judge, in the midst of them, then you can consider, well, maybe he or she are the men of the Most High Ahia, the man of the Most High Ahia, or the anointed one of the Most High Ahia. That's why he was saying he give his mysteries to the prophets. And the disciple was confused because they was like, well, why are you giving them one thing and you giving us another? He was giving the multitude because no matter what you say to them, they couldn't see. No matter what you say to them, no matter what you say to them, they couldn't hear. So he tell them, I give you something different. I give them this because seeing they can't see, hearing they can't hear, but I'm going to give you the word. Stop trying to cut the power of my Father off in the way he has orchestrated things from the beginning. So he want me to let you know when you're following these men on these devil platforms and they're considering themselves to be apostles and they're considering themselves to be pastors, seers, watchmen, Marines, teachers, or whatever, they cannot be representing me unless there is a prophet, which is a judge before them. And what that says is they're not going to allow it because they want to be seen here. And they can't afford a prophet, which is a judge, to be seen where they're at to shoot down any and everything that's not of Yah. So they want to stand high alone and let you be low, and they up here and you looking at them like they all that, but they don't have a prophet. They don't have that prophet that is a judge. Look at Moses. Even though Moses was a prophet, what did he send? Aaron and Miriam, two other prophets to help Moses. Look at David. How many prophets did he send to David? To chastise David or to tell David, no, bam, the father say this. He always, and what happened is I got home and I started writing them all down. And I realized I got lost, y'all. I got so lost in it. I said, Father, so this is your characteristics. Why is it that they don't know this? Like it is then, was, and is, and shall always be. The same yesterday, today, forevermore. What is it they not getting? He said, because they want to be such leaders of the flesh of men, to control men, to manipulate them. That's how they do so well, breaking men down and building them up in an order that does not lead to anything but what's the desire of their flesh. It doesn't lead them to the light of Yah. It doesn't lead them to the narrow gate of the Most High. It doesn't lead them to spirit and truth. It doesn't lead them to every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Ahia. They can't get the discerning spirit. They don't know anything about interpreting in tongues. They don't know nothing about spiritual healing. They don't know nothing about spiritual deliverance from drugs and alcohol. They don't know nothing about any of that. But they want to lead a congregation and be all that and something. The devil can heal too. See, but when you got a man of Ahia in the midst, he has to have at least another man that's able to chastise him with the word of Yah. You see, correct him, judge him. But when he don't have a judge, he ain't of Ahia, y'all. That's what the Father's trying to say. That's why I tell you, if he's called me to judge, then therefore, who are you to tell me how to say something, the way to say something, and how to do something? You can't. You don't even have the right. I'm coming to judge, not to be judged. You see? You see what I'm saying? So that what I mean is, if he's given me all these gifts from the heaven, and then he called me with a righteous calling to be a judge, and then I'm sitting here, one that's sitting here listening to him all day. I can hear the Father speaks to my spirit. It don't have to be about anything regarding nobody on these devil platforms. Just like he told me about that ladder. I said, I'm going to run and take care of this ladder. Since he came to pick me up, I'm going to run and take care of this here. And I'm going out. He said, Deborah, you got the wrong ladder in your purse. I said, oh, no, I don't. I grabbed my purse and took it, going to the door. Deborah, you got the wrong ladder. No! Then all of a sudden, that third time, Deborah, you got the wrong ladder. I looked in that person, guess what? The wrong ladder. So I've been telling my ex-husband that It's going back to when I was a little girl. He's starting to give and allow that fire to be in me to hear his voice so clear, and it's happening to the point where it's telling me things to do, as far as to warn, to judge. You see, it's telling me that, but it's now at a point where it's dealing with you daily, you know. So therefore, Sister Deborah is going to be on this Deborah platform pushing out videos every time I can bring forth it out of where he placed it, because he's given me that quiet voice to be warned, to be revealed, you know. And that's such a blessing, y'all. That's why I can't afford to lead y'all to flesh and blood, to the flesh of men and flesh of women. I'm going to lead you to the most high, a higher. Yes, I might hear somebody that's saying something, but a lot of times things that are higher leading you to hear from somebody is for you. And it's not for everybody. Everybody can't receive it, nor can they discern it. So sometimes I got to be careful turning people to other people, because a lot of times it's for me. It's not everything he gives me is for you. Like that note that he told me was in my purse, and I'm ignoring it and going out the door. That was for me. That wasn't for you. You see? But I want you to understand we're supposed to be serving him. And he said, anybody, a Maureen, a seer, a watchman, a priest, a pastor, a apostle, an evangelist, a minister, a teacher, always there got to be a prophet, a judge in the midst. If they don't have that in the midst, the judge is not there to be your ace. Your judge is not there for you to control it and tell it, because it has to be able to hear from a higher to bring the word of judgment to you. Or it don't have to be like a judgment of correction. It can be a judgment of wealth, or a judgment of telling you what a higher say that's there for you. It can be good things. It don't have to be all bad things, you guys. It can even be warning your life. It can be telling you how this is coming or whatever. But a higher wants me to let you all know that when you on this devil platform and you see and you're following these people, if you have not seen them with a prophet, which is a judge, at the same level there to correct them and to judge them, they are not of his. Okay? And let me say that example. He wanted me to give this right quick. He said where it can be found is from the beginning in Genesis all the way to Revelation. Everybody that represent the anointed of the Most High, higher, he always son them or connected a prophet to be there, to correct them, to judge them, to say to them, don't, yes, no. And these people that's in this captivity, that's on this devil platform, saying they awaken, they're still dead sleep because they don't understand. People are not supposed to be listening to you. Okay? They're not supposed to be hearing you. And if they listen to you and hear you, they should also check to see, is there a prophet, which is a judge, that is before you? Okay? So I, Sister Deborah, say to you, a higher said, if you don't see and behold the prophet of the Most High, a higher, which is a judge in the midst of these people that's giving you messages, that's saying they this, they that, they this, they this, got thousands of subscribers and likes, and call themselves representing the Most High. He said, be very cautious. They are not of him. And that's a clear way that you would know that they do not represent him. Because if you're going to represent him, how you going to send his best? Okay? He's not going to send your favorite, the one you training up, the one you put as a prophet. They're going to have to be men and women that has been molded and shaped from heaven itself to come in the midst of you for correction and judgment. So I say unto you, That's a blessed message, you guys, because you all been feeding wolves. You've been entertaining wolves in sheep clothing. So I, Sister Deborah, will say to you, shalom and shalom.